Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got to talk about woke Disney and what seems to be their mission to absolutely destroy their company, okay? Because this once great American company continues to produce flop after flop after flop after flop after flop when it comes to live action remakes, because they make the live action remakes woke, okay? And their latest live action remake to flop was the woke Little Mermaid, where they race swapped Ariel, who's white, for a black girl, okay? And lo and behold, the Little Mermaid was a flop at the box office, an absolute disaster for Disney. Don't pay attention to the headlines and the top numbers because it's going to mislead you, okay? That film is on his way to bringing in $550 million globally. However, the film costs $250 million to make, and when you have a film with that type of budget, it is commonly accepted that you're probably going to need about 700, 800, maybe even $1 billion to turn a profit when everything is all said and done. Again, The Little Mermaid, to this day, I mean, the movie's been out for about, a month or two now, has only generated $550 million in revenue, which is far lower than the $1 billion mark for its predecessor, Aladdin, which was, a Disney live action remake that made over $1 billion globally at the box office, right? So Little Mermaid is an epic disaster for Disney. They may not make money off of it, okay? They might not even break even. Who knows? I mean, certainly they're probably not going to make a profit. It should have been a sign to Disney that, hey, maybe these woke live action remakes don't work, right? Maybe there's not really a market for this. But no. Disney wants to continue to press forward with the agenda, right? So now we got to talk about some leaked images of their next live action remake that almost certainly is going to flop, which is Snow White, or shall I say Snow Brown in the 7 Weirdos, right? Because that's what it is, okay? They're doing a Snow White remake in which the actress for Snow White is actually brown, right? It's a Latina, okay? Which again it defeats the whole purpose, right? I mean, that's not what Snow White is, right? That's not who Snow White is. But Disney decided that, hey, you know what? We're gonna make Snow White brown. And they think that this is gonna work, right? They think this is gonna have a good outcome. I mean, look at this, bruh. Look at the 7 dwarfs, right? Again, or the 7 weirdos, okay? That's what I'm calling them. They only have one actual dwarf, and I think one of the dwarfs might be missing an arm or something, okay? So I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. I'm not sure who decided that this would be a good idea, or this is something that people want to see. As you can see here, this just looks terrible, okay? This is gonna be an absolute disaster, okay? This is not Snow White, bro. this looks terrible, okay? This is, again, the first sneak peek that we're getting of what the live action is gonna look like. This is not Snow White, bro. This is not Snow White. This is not the Snow White that I grew up with. Again, this is woke nonsense, right? This is woke nonsense. So, yeah, right. Somebody at Disney thought this was a great idea, and it's gonna cost them millions. Okay, they're not gonna turn a profit on this. There's no doubt in my mind. This might be the biggest flop in Disney's history. Okay, I'm just calling it right now. So let's read about it, right? Because again, this is what they're doing. So I want you guys to understand exactly what's going on here, because this is not even really Snow White, right? I mean, we're talking about how the characters look, their designs, and the story. So let's read here. Hi ho, it's off to the job century they go. 4 of the 7 dwarves have been replaced by magical creatures for Disney's live action remake of Snow White. Rachel Zegler, who plays the fictional princess, has been pictured for the first time with her new companions, who appear to be a mix of genders, ethnicities, and heights. Yeah, so again, not the 7 dwarves, okay? Now, they may be calling them magical creatures because, I don't know, dwarves might be offensive or something like that. right? Like, you're not supposed to say certain words anymore, like midget, right? Which may offend people. Okay, again, this is the world we're living in 2023. The actress wearing Snow White's famous yellow and blue dress and a red cape is trailed by the group, who are dressed in brightly colored clothes and carrying work tools. They were spotted shooting scenes in Bedfordshire on Thursday in pictures obtained exclusively by MailOnline. Disney announced that, quote, magical creatures would replace the seven dwarfs to avoid reinforcing stereotypes after Game of Thrones actor Peter Dinklage criticized the effing backwards story last year. Quote, I was a little taken aback when Disney, were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White, but you're still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, he told Mark Maron's What the F podcast. Quote, it makes no sense to me. You're progressive in one way and you're still making the effing backward story about seven dwarfs living in a cave together. What the F are you doing, man? Have I done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox? I guess I'm not loud enough. Yeah, so Disney, again, capitulated to the wokeness like they always do, and they changed the dwarfs to weirdos, right? Again, I guess they got one dwarf here. Again, this is... I just can't with this, man. I just can't, bro. You know what they did with the Sonic movie, right? The Sonic movie got so much backlash, right, when they first released it, that they changed it, right? Because people didn't like the way Sonic looked. Okay, they was like, yo, this hedgehog is ugly, bro. Y'all got to change this. And then they went back and they changed it. Disney need to do that ASAP, right? They need to do that ASAP with this remake, because this is not gonna work out. I'm dying right now, dog. I am dying. Who in the world saw this and thought, yeah, this is a great idea, right? This is gonna make us money. People are gonna want to see this, right? This is the Snow White story. Disney bosses also came under fire for giving the titular role Zegler, despite the story being about a traditionally fair German princess. The film, which also stars Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot as the evil stepmother, is set to be released in March 2024. Yeah, so I want you guys to understand. Again, this is not even really the Snow White story, okay? They've changed all the characters. There's no seven dwarfs. There's seven weirdos and Snow Brown, right? So, again, it's not even a love story anymore. It's a story about, I don't know, a strong woman or something, right? About a powerful woman. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but let's read. Call it the Elsa effect, or maybe it's just progress. But both Rachel Zegler and Halle Bailey, respective stars of the upcoming live-action Disney reboots Snow White 2024 and The Little Mermaid 2023, said they're, quote, modern, diverse versions of the iconic animated princesses will be far less tethered to those age-old, quote, love storylines. Quote, in 1937, the cartoon, The Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, was so focused on her finding true love, and it's not even in her mind at all in this film. So it's not Snow White, right? It's not Snow White. If it's not about her trying to find true love, then it ain't Snow White. Okay, you got a brown woman, a Latina playing a German, right? A German white woman. You got rid of the dwarves. Okay, you made them weirdos. Okay, you made them diverse and inclusive, and you're also changing the story. So it's not Snow White, right? That's not what it is. So why are you marketing it like that, right? Yeah, I don't understand. They should have just made this movie something else, titled it something else, okay? Zegler tells us Friday at Disney's D23 Expo in Anaheim, California, where she was joined by co-star Gal Gadot. Quote, she's so focused on becoming the leader that her father tells her that she can be, and she's really trying to find the courage to stand up to the evil queen, Gadot, and how to find her own agency and rule a kingdom. And she meets so many incredible people along the way, and maybe she finds love, maybe she finds friendship, but what's really important is that she finds her own voice. Yeah, so again, this is about women's empowerment, right? This is about women's empowerment. Again, I'm just done with this. I'm just so mind blown. by how a company can be so incompetent, right? Again, Disney used to be a blue chip stock, right? But if you invested in Disney, I'm gonna show you guys something. If you invested in Disney back in the day, okay, 1983, right? You're up big time, okay? Because I used to work in the financial services industry, all right? And financial advisors would recommend Disney to people because, again, the belief was that Disney is a stable company, a blue chip stock that is going to grow over time because we know that they have a proven track record of making good decisions, right? Like it is a strong brand. They make great products. It is like a quintessentially American company that, you know, people know and love, right? And again, up until, you know, they got super woke, okay, Disney, again, was pretty reliable, right? It was pretty reliable that, hey, if you invested in Disney, you know, over the long term, okay, you're going to make some money, right? You're going to make money. However, if you invested in Disney 5 years ago, right, for example, back in 2018, you're losing money, right? In fact, you're down almost 20%, okay? Again, you're supposed to be in Disney for the long term. Again, Disney used to be a company where you like, I can buy Disney and I know, okay, 5 years from now, the stock, okay, is going to be in a better place, right? It's going to be up, okay? I'm going to make some money. Hasn't been true for investors in Disney, again, who've invested in the last 5 years or so. Okay, it's been an absolute disaster. This company is just not what it used to be. It's not what it used to be. Okay, and you know, I just don't know what's going on with this company. I mean, it's almost like they want to destroy themselves, right? They don't want to be successful, and they keep producing flop after flop after flop. They don't learn from the flop that, hey, Little Mermaid flop. I mean, like quite literally it flopped because it was woke. People don't like race swapping. So you turn around and you move forward with Snow White, which they probably already was producing, filming. I would have scrapped it. I would be like, you know what? Let's try to actually make a live action remake, right? That sticks to the original story, that sticks to how the original characters look. Let's see how that performs, right? Let's see how that performs and see if you know, there's a pattern here. Nah, we're not gonna do that, right? It's called A/B testing, right? Apparently they don't do that at Disney, okay? And again, if I was a betting man, oh my God, I wish I could short this movie, bro. I wish I could short this movie. I would make millions, right? Millions, okay? I'm just saying. This is gonna be a disaster. I know it is. It's just hilarious to watch it happen in real time. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.